The Shining Wizards podcast is intended for entertainment purposes only. Opinions expressed by the host and guest are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the podcast or its affiliates. Content may include adult language or themes and is not suitable for all audiences. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
The following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live in high-definition video and available on all podcasting and streaming platforms. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com. And become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. And now, it's time for the Shining Wizards.
All right, it is episode 748 of the Shining Wizards podcast. No Matt today, but HK's back from Al Day's Lawn. So let's just get right into it. We got Jimmy Korderas coming up at 7:30. Night of Champions, AEW, so much other shit. So let's get into it with some wrestling talk.
And talk about wrestling!
Brundo!
Dr. Doc! Handsome Kevin! Why are you so angry tonight, dude?
Oh.
Fucking pissed tonight! Deal with it.
Can we play Why is Handsome Kevin Pissed? Can we
Are the
play
shirts
this real
too
quick?
tight?
No, I was going to say shirts have been a little loose.
Yeah.
Maybe the hat snapped a little too tight.
No, man,
Um,
I just got this hat. It's a beautiful hat. Couldn't be happy.
Maybe the fact that HK is just turning to people and people are just turning away from him. Like Al. Like me. Well, these are all alleged, by the way. Because
Not
Al's a
alleged.
stand-up guy.
Al's
Al
a
would
great
never
guy.
throw Handsome Kevin anywhere except for off his lawn. Because he
No,
did cry a little bit too much about Bobby Backlund in the Hall
I'm-
of Fame last week.
I'm still on his lawn. I'm not crying about that. I love Tropic Al. Maybe I was let down by a buddy on Sunday. It's okay, you know. Maybe a friend disappointed me that I never thought would disappoint me. Maybe that happened. Maybe that friend is here.
Maybe somebody's manstrating. Who knows? Writing that one down.
Maybe another buddy disappointed. Maybe another buddy has disappointed me.
Holy shit, manstrating. Well, you know what's not going to be disappointing? Tonight is my last show using the Xfinity Wi-Fi. I will be shit canning this fucking awful company after about, 17, 18, maybe 20 years. And we are moving on to Fios, baby. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Good shit.
20 years and you've been with the shit company, Tony, isn't? I mean, at a certain point, like past like year 4, isn't that on you?
Well, it didn't always, like most relationships, didn't start out shitty. Everything was great. And then as years went on, we're going to take away a couple channels, charge a couple more bucks. We're going to start charging you higher rental fees for the equipment. Hey, there's a problem. Fuck you. You're not getting a credit. We took some channels away. You're told, hey, you don't fucking watch those channels to begin with. You try to cancel something. You can't do it online. You try to cancel on the box. The box don't fucking work.
Gotcha.
Taking you for granted, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know who didn't take me for granted, Brundo?
Who's
My
that?
pal Vince, who fucking played some Fortnite with me over the weekend.
What a stand-up guy. That's
He
cool.
really is.
Oh,
really
It's
really?
good
is.
to have friends like that.
My birthday buddy.
He's not your birthday. He's my birthday, buddy. And I messaged him, and let's see if he messaged me back. He sure
Probably
did.
not.
He
Oh.
sent me a gift it looks like a puppy holding a heart that just says love. And I love
Hey!
you too, buddy. I love my birthday buddy Vince. He's never let me down. No, he hasn't. Every time I've said, "Hey, I'd like to join you," he goes, "You better, HK. I'm here for you."
You better, really,
Yeah,
like a demand.
Yeah.
You better, you bet.
I was just gonna fucking sing that. You just stated it, and I was gonna go sing song with it, Brundo Fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you do? Are you messaging my birthday buddy now, Tony? Is that what's going on?
No, I'm not paying attention.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't want to be a wizard anymore either.
Oh.
So how was your weekend aside from not playing Fortnite? Did you have you spent some time away from your best gal, I take it?
Yeah, my best gal is out on well, she's not on the road anymore. She's at her destination. She's in North Carolina. So Friday night we went out to me and my best gal to the number one spot. And then I dropped her off at a friend's house and they hit the road. 20-hour drive out to North Carolina. Told her, I said, maybe you should say hi to motherfucker Ted just to see what's going on. She's not saying hi to motherfucker Ted. And then they said, fucking guy. And then Saturday was a good day. Got up, got started my miles, got the lawn mowed, went and got a tattoo. On the way home, I said, you know what? Why not? Stop back at Rancho Loco, have a little dinner. And while I was there, I met the owner of Rancho Loco. Talked to him for a while, a little set down, chatted with him. He fucking showed him my tattoo. He paid for my ticket and gave me a couple hats, one for me, one for the wife. And Sunday I was let down by a good friend like I've never been let down before. So all in all, I mean, you take the good with the bad, and I had a pretty solid weekend.
Listen, it's not my fault Al threw you off his fucking lawn, dude.
It was not. I'm not talking about Al right now.
You did cry quite a bit about Bobby Backlund. Let's call a spade here.
I'm not talking about Tropical. All right. Me and Tropical have even talked today. All right.
Did you talk to Duke today?
I've talked to Duke today. I got to tell you, it's not Tropical. It's not Duke. It's not Double T. None of those guys let me down on Sunday. I'll tell you that. It's not my birthday buddy, Vince. He hasn't let me down. He didn't let me down on Sunday.
Oh, there we go. He did cry.
Did he call Al sobbing today? Oh, I still want to be buddies. I miss your nuts hanging out.
No, I've never done that. Tropical. Well, when the fucking ogre can walk over me and all I got to do is look up. Talk about a troll under a bridge. That's Tropical walking over me.
Holy shit. Give you a little bit of Arabian goggles while he was up there?
Yeah, Arabian, Alabama. What's the difference?
Ooh, Alabama goggles. They probably had some fucking mud in them.
That's like brother-sister shit.
Well, they're like bros.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tropical, still a bro for sure.
Fuck yeah.
I got questions about some other buddies if they're still bros, but that's okay. Tropical, still a bro. Firm, hard, bro.
Well, Jimmy Korderas is joining us tonight, I guess, at some point.
Yeah, he's never let me down either. Interesting. Brundo Fly, how was your weekend, buddy? How are you doing?
It was fucking great.
Yeah.
Saturday was great. Watched some Night of Champions. Yesterday, my son had a rock show at a bar with his rock school. Absolutely fucking killed it. Played a duo by Duran Duran on the drums. Brought the house down, impressed his teachers, everybody. Like, I had a tear in my eye. He was unbelievable.
Wait, he played at a bar. Is Jack Black his fucking music teacher?
I mean, at any place you can get the kids to play. So,
Well, take it easy, Buck. Take it easy.
You don't want to fucking get him started already, do you?
Yeah. No. It was like a bar restaurant. But, yeah, I was impressed. Utilized his double bass pedal. So, kid's going somewhere.
Nice. Yeah. To a bar.
Yeah.
Just like his dad.
How old's this kid?
He's 12. Just about 13.
Gotcha. 12, 13. Playing in the bar.
Playing in a bar.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right.
Him and a lot of other kids.
Yeah, that's a fast track to a meeting. Tony, how was your weekend, man?
Well, I can tell you when I was 12 years old, I used to hang out in bars too, but I wasn't playing in a band. My weekend was fine. My kid got himself a nice pull-up bar, so we got that in the yard now, so he could do, some more muscle building. He likes to work out. Didn't watch Night of Champions. Just busy doing other shit, man. I was getting ready for for Verizon to get here, celebrating, my freedom, my impending freedom. I'll tell you this much. I was using my phone earlier and sat down to have dinner, and then I picked the phone up, realized my protective glass was cracked. How the fuck did this happen? I had the phone less than 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't get it. Well, here, I'll show you this. The new OtterBox has like this cutout on the side. See that cutout? And that's exactly where like the glass protector was cracked. And I have no fucking idea how that happened.
Incinipro, man. That's the one I've gone with for years. I know somebody that was in a motorcycle crash. Phone went flying, and no injury to the phone at all.
Incinipro, that's the case?
Yeah, that's the case.
No injury to the phone. How was the guy?
Gal, actually. She
was she did.
Wrist.
Oh yeah, she was I should have guessed.
Broken wrist, but the phone was good. Well, see you later.
Back here if you need me.
Gotta go, horny.
Horrible.
Wait, this is out of context. Jersey Cow Jesse says that's awesome. Good for
and there it is. Whoop.
And now.
Wait, wrong one.
Oh yeah. I like that Jersey Cow Jesse.
Hey, can we get a moment of silence for women with injured wrists?
No, not for an injured wrist.
Yeah, but I mean that's practically like death. It takes them out of action for a little while.
No. Oh, this is Mrs. Brundo, isn't she? Hi guys, let's talk wrestling. We'll talk about what the fuck we want to talk. All right, about we'll get there. Right, we'll get there. Jesus, Brundo.
It just makes me so proud that my wife couldn't give less of a shit about this show that she doesn't listen.
Looks like we got a new producer, huh?
Fuck yeah, we do.
I watched all kinds of shit this weekend, man. I mean, we got who is it? Jimmy K coming in. So I don't want to dig too deep into my hatred of AEW or my.
Yo, let's do it. We got 18 minutes. Come on.
Got 18 minutes.
Yeah, let's fire this shit up.
Brundo, where do you want to go, man?
Let's go with AEW first. Let's kick it off with some AEW. Because I fucking loved last week's Dynamite. There might have been some shit that wasn't as great, but overall, enjoyable show to me. Ibushi's back. He looked fucking great for the first time in probably, 5 years or so. He didn't break both his ankles. So, when you got a talented guy like that, you hate to see him hurt all the time. So, if he's good and he's, back to healthy, good for him.
I feel like I watched something from AEW this week and I got aggravated again, but I forgot what it was.
Oh, I know what it was.
Oh, was I texting the group?
The women's four-way.
Oh my God. Yep.
Yeah, the one part that it was like, all right, everything up to the commercial break was great.
Complete pile of dog
afterwards,
shit.
Yeah, it just kind of fell apart.
Slow fucking motion. Everything was stupid. Everybody had to stand in a place and get there to line up. And
Wheeler Yuta, he sucks.
They all suck.
They don't all suck.
Didn't Mina, what's her nuts, fucking waddle down the aisle too? A little Moxley swagger. Fuck them.
Mina? No, she's not involved in this.
No, whatever her name is. The broad came out. What's her name?
Marina
Shafir. There you go.
Yeah. They're not stocking up on Minas like they've stocked up on Adams and Kyles.
The more Kyles, the better. That's for sure.
Oh no, Brundlefly, no. God, that was aggravating to watch.
Yep, main event. This is Kyle. Oh, that was fucking great.
I hated it.
That was so much fun. The many chants of Kyle. This is Kyle.
Hey, shout out to the broadcast.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hey, Alan, Tom, we want to get together and play some Fortnite. Hit me up, brother.
He says that, but don't worry, you'll show up and you'll sit there for about an hour. He won't accept the invite request. It'll be fine. You'll play by yourself, and then later on, a good friend will chime in. He'll be like, "Hey, you ready to play?" And then you'll play with a good friend. That's the way it'll go. not speaking from experience or anything. One thing from AEW that I did enjoy. I did enjoy. Moxley's promo. Moxley's promo, I believe, was on Dynamite. I thought it was a great promo. Really enjoyed that promo. Outside of that, throw it in the shitter.
Yeah, Mark Briscoe got a win. You've been complaining, this guy never wins. He got a win. He's number 1 in the Casino Gauntlet. So best chance.
Why does Adam Page look like he's on fucking crack? He looks so confused when he fucking wrestles.
He's always look confused.
But like the mustache and the hair and he looks like Luigi Primo fucking dialed up to 1,000. Something ain't right with that boy.
I like the mustache. The hair.
He's Southern Primo.
I just don't get it. When AEW first started and they built him up against Jericho to be the first champion, I was like, you know what? This guy's got something. 5 years later, couldn't give less of a shit about him. I really can't. I just don't care.
I do still wish they went with Ospreay. On that, it feels like Ospreay's the most over guy in the company by far and away. It's like, why not strap the Rocket? But we'll see how it plays out. He's got to fucking win though, because I can't do the Death Riders anymore.
At this point,
no more.
At this point, just keep it going.
No.
At this point, just fucking keep it going.
No.
Make people fucking hate it as much as they possibly can.
Because then fucking Darby's gonna come flying off the mountain onto Moxley.
No, and then just crush Darby, get rid of his punk ass, and just keep it going. Just make people fucking hate it. If they're not hating it enough now, just force them to hate it. Keep it going. Because what do you get out of it? What do you get out of it now? Paige wins, everybody's happy. Nobody fucking cares about Paige. Who gives a shit?
People care about Paige.
Nobody gives a shit about Paige.
People care.
I don't.
The sickos do.
Fuck the sickos.
The sickos absolutely do.
Yeah. Well, sorry. The sickos aren't tuning in droves. Outside of the Moxley promo, man, there just wasn't much for me. Any of this, it just was not for me. You know, I do think I like Queen
Aminata.
Yeah, Aminata. Yeah.
I'm a big fan. Yeah.
I think I'm okay with her. She's doing all right.
Yeah.
But I just the Kyle versus Kyle match fucking aggravated me.
Loved it.
I hated just the fans with all their Kyle chants. Like, who gives a shit? Like, it made me not give a shit about the match because I was so bothered by the fans.
Yeah, the fans are having fun. Let them have fun.
I don't want them to have fun. I want them to care about what's going on in the ring. That's what I want to have happen. They're chanting Kyle. This is Kyle versus Kyle fucking Kyle. Like, at that point, why nobody's caring about what's going on inside of the ring? They're just chanting for Kyle. That's not a good thing for your main event. You want them to care about what's happening in the ring.
There were two.
It's AEW, brother. Nobody cares. Fuck them.
If they gave a shit about either one of those guys in the ring or the outcome of the match, they'd be cheering for one or the other. They did neither of those things. They were
cheering for Kyle.
Yeah, exactly my point, Brundo Fly. You know exactly what I'm saying, my man. It was the shit, man.
And everybody wins because Kyle won, right?
Yeah, exactly. Woo! Nah, it sucks. And then can we just agree that the Casino Gauntlets suck? Everybody's on board with that, right?
Do they still have to retrieve the big fucking chip?
No, that's something else.
That's a different casino concept they have.
Yeah.
Oh, different gauntlet, a different tournament, as we call them.
Some sort of different tournament, yeah.
So, that's the one where they got the wild card asshole too, don't they?
No, this one is just like a gauntlet match. So, but it, first person to win wins. It just keeps going on.
Oh, that makes sense. The first person to win wins.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Terrible.
Does it?
It's not like one person to win. It's normal gauntlet matches could have like 5 people win.
Well, let me ask you this, Bruno. Does it end?
Wins.
Does it end at the finish?
Yes.
Okay.
Instead of the finish of one gauntlet. I'm trying to save it.
Wait, so is this the match where people just keep coming out like a Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
So somebody could potentially win before everybody gets to the ring?
Yep.
Correct.
Oh my God.
That's why it makes so much sense. You want to be number 1.
No, I want to waffle the shit out of the second guy to come in with a chair. So this way I could fucking pin him and move on and fuck all the other assholes standing in the back holding their junk.
Yeah. It's not a good concept at all. At all.
Oh my God. What match did Aubrey Ed fucking referee? Did she
Aubrey
referee the
Mr. Ed.
women?
I think the women's 4-way, yeah.
Bro, my kid and I, like, that was the fucking signature moment of that match. Just watching her with her poses and her fucking dumb looks and her like bug eyes in the background. That made it entertaining. We laughed for fucking 20 minutes after the match was over. And then my son says to me, "Why don't you put her in your Hall of Fame?"
Nay.
5 years and she's never gotten any better. It's awesome. It's so awesome.
It seemed like there was a little bit of time where she pulled back. Like it seemed like probably
They yanked on the reins.
Yeah, they pulled the reins back a little bit. Well played. Was it like a year? You know what I'm talking about, Brundo Fly? You're a weekly watch. It was about like within the last year, right? Maybe a year ago, where it was like maybe she was doing a little bit better, but now she's back.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow, Al Day brings up a good point. If Bobby B is in, why not Aubrey?
She's still active.
That's longevity.
Give me a second, guys.
Eric Freed's being a wise ass. Oh, glad you're live. What a dick.
Woof.
Oh, shit.
Uh,
Good Lord. It's that kind of night, man. That kind of night.
Yeah.
Hey, are we done shitting on AEW?
I don't know. HK, are you gonna watch whatever the fuck it is, All In?
Al better knock it off.
I'm fucking texting Pascal right now. The
Well,
fuck
he's
are you talking about?
He's texting us. He just said that Aubrey's undefeated.
This motherfucker. Am I watching All In? No.
No?
I'd rather take a hot fire poker and shove it up my asshole.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
It's not a
should.
threat. No.
Maybe you
no.
could play Fortnite and nobody could show up.
Yeah, maybe I could do that. Or maybe people could be there and they just don't, invite me to their party.
Same
That
difference.
thing. Maybe they just look forward to disappointing friends. No, Brundo Fly. I have absolutely zero interest in this fucking pay-per-view event.
You can watch Evolution instead.
Yep. 100%.
I'd love to. I'd love to watch that over there. And the thing is there was one. What's the fucking Labor Day or Memorial Day that they do? Is that double? That's
double or nothing or all out?
Might be one of the two. Anyways,
Yeah.
I used to make it a point to order that one pay-per-view every year. And I think it was 2 years ago now where I was like, nope, fuck it. I'm not doing it anymore. Just not doing it anymore. Now, I actually went out of my way because I was going to watch some old AEW. So I was like, all right, I'll fucking pop Max on. I'll watch some of the old shit.
Mm-hmm.
They got like none of the fucking catalog on there.
I've been looking for them to put the Maki Ito stuff on there, and it's never going to happen.
Where the fuck is the catalog? What the fuck's the point? What's the deal? Like, why have the deal? Like, hey guys, you can watch our shit on Max now, or you can't. Never mind. It's like fucking Peacock now. When you go on to watch old Raws, there's 3 episodes. I'd rather watch those 3 fucking episodes than they're not putting the good shit on there, man. It fucking pisses me. I want to go watch the good shit, and what do? No, you can watch the new shit that sucks. I don't watch the new shitty stuff. I don't want to.
Watch more Monet. It'll make you feel better.
I watch it every week. Every week, and I want to punch myself in the cock and balls.
So
why do you do this to yourself? And don't give me the double T line. Well, we do a wrestling podcast, so we got to know.
Well, what else am I going to do? Be disappointed in friends? No, I'm going to go watch it and be mad.
Brundo, I need to have a point of order here because I think that HK is secretly saying he doesn't want to play with double T anymore.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I love playing with double T.
I don't know. The way you're bitching and moaning about everything kind of seems like he was like, second tier to you.
No. Here's the thing. Double T said, hey, man.
I should know about tier 1. I called fucking matches.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Double T says, hey, man, I'm ready to go. Ready to play. There we are. Let's play. We did. I tell Tony I'm on my way, and I just sit there for a fucking hour by myself.
All by
Don't you cry about it?
I'm not going to cry about it. I'm just going to be very rageful during this show. And then, next time I get to play with Tony, I'll make fun of him a little bit and then I'll move on.
Good.
Hopefully
break your phone, have your power
Nah,
go out, all the
wouldn't.
rageful stuff. Don't put on deodorant.
Nah, no shit with
Shit
the door.
with the door open.
I took a whiz with the door open.
Yeah, what'd that do for you?
Yeah, nothing. I didn't care for that at all.
Aren't you afraid somebody's gonna turn the corner and just see you with your cock in your hand? You know.
Well, I mean, nobody really comes in my house. Oh, yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, really? Oh, that's too bad, pal.
And then
Can we write that down? Nobody really comes in my house.
Yeah, I know what letter to use too.
that's a C. So but like I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go take a quick whiz. I'll leave the door open. I left the door open. Didn't feel right, man. Can't do it. Can't do it anymore. Like you close the door. And I couldn't imagine dropping trow and taking a fucking grumper with the door open. Unacceptable behavior.
I completely agree.
Yeah, I won't do it unless nobody's home.
So you've done it.
Yeah. But I'm on the second floor. I could hear if somebody's coming, you know.
But then what do? Like you duck walk to the fucking door and slam it real quick? Or do you hurry up and wipe and hope nobody runs up the stairs?
Or you jump out mid spray.
Mid spray? What are you eating? Too much of that fucking Mexican restaurant?
You watch your language, Brundo.
I don't know. You don't get the shits from fucking veggie tacos, do you?
No, man.
I would.
Well, you'd chase it down with a fucking slider. That's why.
Yeah, my body would reject it. What are you putting this into me? Get me some fucking white manna.
Gotta have some vegetables, man. You gotta get some vegetables in there.
Yeah, onions are on my white manna.
I think your wife is helping us out. # no one really comes in my house.
Looks like a sad face there too. She sad, Brundlefly? Do you need me to talk to you?
See you later. I'm done for the night.
Hey, by the way, Merry Christmas. Fucking the first time I noticed this shirt. We've been on for fucking almost 40 minutes.
Oh, I still wear this shirt everywhere. I wore it to New York and getting something off a food truck, and a guy wished me Merry Christmas. It's 95 degrees outside.
That's not a bad idea. I think I'm gonna start wearing my Christmas shirts all the time of the year.
Yeah, why the hell not?
Yeah, get some St. Patrick's Day shirts too. Wear those all year.
Oh, fuck yeah. I had a St. Patrick's Day shirt I wore all year. Irish yoga. It's just a bunch of passed out guys.
It's all guys.
Yeah.
You sleep assaulting some Irishmen?
What?
Yeah. Tony knows what I'm talking about.
Good Lord. Hey, any other shit about AEW, or are we done?
Let's see here. Don't care about that. Don't care about Jet Speed. Mark Briscoe.
Do we give a shit that Okada and Omega are unifying worthless titles into another worthless title?
No.
I'm excited to watch them wrestle.
They had too many titles to begin with, and I don't know if they're maybe realizing that they have too many titles and are now combining the like I don't know.
So that's good. That's good that they know they have too many titles, so they're doing something about it.
But I also read that he's got a couple more belts that he made. I'm talking about TK. Apparently, there's women's tag belts that he had made like a year ago, but he never debuted them. And supposedly, there's another title. I don't know if it's a men's singles title. I forget. I read the article at some point last week. But yeah, he's probably got a whole plethora of belts just waiting to fucking go.
Well, we never got the ROH Pure Women's title yet, so that's still on the horizon.
So I got to
go ahead.
I'm going to cut you off, Brundo, because it's AEW and this is more important. Got a couple updates from Tropical. He's good to go to Jersey.
Oh!
And he says Aubrey is the absolute worst. He was just triggering me.
Okay.
Yeah. It's more important, right?
Would you?
Tropical?
No,
I mean,
if he without saying.
If he needed me to.
Well, I mean, with that freshly shaved dome of his, I'm sure he's even sexier now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a good look. It's a good look.
No, talk about Aubrey.
Brundo, you look like Hangman Page. You doing all right? All confused?
Yeah,
over
yeah,
there?
I'm doing all right.
Okay.
Just trying to take care of something really quick.
Ooh. Oh, gotcha. Horny, gotta go.
Do we have another guest that's not showing up?
No. Hopefully this works.
Oh no! Oh no! There he is.
Hey,
All right. Yes.
All right.
I'll add
Tony,
him
you want to? Yeah, somebody add him, man.
Yeah, I'll bring him in. You wanna do?
I
that?
just
I
brought
got-
him in if you want to play with the
what?
cameras.
I don't need to play with anything. Jimmy Korderas is here. Yeah, I think that's the wrong layout, by the way, but we'll get that fixed.
Yeah, there it is.
Hey,
got a
Jimmy,
name
welcome
change.
to the show.
Well,
I don't
thanks
think-
for having me. Well, I got a name change, I see.
No, it's just a couple of us don't know how to use the new technology yet. Jimmy Korderas, how are you tonight, my friend?
I'm doing good, guys. How are you?
Doing all right. Doing all
Doing
right.
good.
So we're live, right? This is live.
We are live. We are
Yeah,
live.
we are live,
Yeah.
man.
All right, we're live, pal. Put out that cigarette. All right. Sorry. Just so you know, I got Raw in the background. Just keeping an eye on things. See, now I'm retired as a referee, so I don't miss anything. I actually see it all.
How does
So do
that?
you-
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
Tony.
HK. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, you as a retired referee, do you watch it differently now? Do you take in the product differently now? Are you more critical?
At times, because now as doing the shows that I do in the analyst, I'm trying to look at it from from a business standpoint, but at the same time I try to watch it's weird. I try to use two different lenses. I try to watch it from an analytic point of view, and also I try to sit back and be a fan at the same time. It's not easy to juggle, especially like tonight. After here, I'm going to be recording something tonight for one of my shows, and it's kind of like, all right, I just want to sit back and take it easy and see what's going on. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, nah, I got to write down notes here. Oh, that wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just hard not to pull yourself into that like analytical, critical thinking while you're taking it in.
Absolutely, especially with the officials, because I know there's been a lot of flack over the officiating in recent time. I don't know how long now, but anyways, the ref police are out there and they're going crazy. But it's not so much that I'll notice things that I don't think other people notice.
Okay, like what?
Whether it's something with positioning in the ring, certain tells they have with false finishes, which I don't like to give away, because when I do,
I'm glad
people
you said that.
we used to do a show up here in Canada called Aftermath. It was on TV. It was a recap show and also a preview show on Sportsnet up here. You used to air it, WWE programming. And on the show, they did, I want to say it was 2019 when SummerSlam came up here to Toronto. And we went down as a show, interviewed some of the guys, and then we were sitting out in the audience. I was sitting beside the producer, and someone was in the ring and match was going on. He goes, "Oh, I thought that was it." And I was like, "Nah, no." He goes, "Yeah, what? Well, you know what the finish is." And I'm not, no, I don't know what the finish is. I'm not in the back. I have no idea. So he says, "Oh, then what is it?" I said, I just knew. Happened again. He says, "Come on, you didn't even flinch. What's going on?" I said, "Okay, the referee has a tell that I noticed on false finishes. It's something different." And he says, "Well, what is it?" I said, I don't want to tell you. He says, "Why?" He says, "Because if I tell you, you're going to see it, and then you won't be able to unsee it. So it's going to ruin everything for you going forward." And he goes, "Oh, come on. No way. He's telling me BS. No way. That's not going to happen." I said, "I'm telling you." So he bugged me for like 5 minutes to tell him. I said, "Okay, I warned you." And I told him what it was. And next time it happened was, "Damn it. Why did you tell me?" You begged me for half an hour. I'm like, what the heck?
Is it aggravating to you watching like today's product, whether it be AEW or WWE, how the rules seemingly they matter less and less as time goes on? Because I mean, I fancy myself a little bit more of a purist, as I think the rest of the guys do, and like the rules have to matter. And it
Yes.
seems so often now that they don't. When the rules don't matter, there's no reason for anybody to care, or there's no reason for the heel to break the rules because
Right.
nothing's being enforced. I mean, is that from your perspective, as somebody that was at the height of the profession, is that an aggravating thing for you?
It seems like over time the rules have been laxed a little bit, and that's putting it mildly, especially in some cases. I mean, And it's not just AEW. AEW is the biggest offender, in my opinion. And I'm not just picking on these guys because I'm hating. I'm just pointing out the obvious, in my opinion. Happens in WWE too, but not to that extent. You know what I mean? They are lax on some of the stuff. And when I do it, you know, I sometimes buzz some of my friends and go, "Hey guys, what's up with that?" You know, he's saying, "Hey, we're just doing what we're told to do." And I said, and that's the thing too. In AEW, they're just following orders for the most part. The only part that I hold the referees in AEW to task, that is, I think, on them, is them overtly trying to get noticed on television.
Wow. All right.
That annoys me more than the inconsistencies with the rules and enforcing them, because I was always taught, and I always, when I, instruct other young referees, you are not the show. This isn't about you. This isn't about getting your face on television and showing, hey, look at me, I'm here. You know what your job is? To sit in the background, be invisible, help be that conduit for the talent to tell their story in the ring, and don't be noticed until you need to be noticed, whether it's the finish or some spot, whatever's going on. Other than that, just get out of the way. I've seen like guys running spots across the ring. They're running from corner to corner and the referee's moving in close. I'm like, they're going to get run over or trip one of the guys and they're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Because sometimes in the ring, the smallest little thing, what we saw with Liv Morgan the other week.
Yeah.
You saw that and went, how does somebody get hurt? It's because every time you step in there, the smallest little thing they can get hurt on. It's I know I hate cliche, but it's not ballet.
Right.
Yeah. I think it was Tommy Young that said the best referees are the ones you don't know are there. So
I love Tommy. He was the first referee I noticed, because I tried to pay attention to all of it. But, he would come up to Toronto before WWF took over the territory. They would use a lot of talent from Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. So Tommy would come up and referee. And we got Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling on television here from one of the Buffalo affiliates. And I was like, I like that referee.
How do you feel? And I know we've seen it not really often, but it has happened in the past year where somebody won't kick out and the referee will stop the count because they know what the finish is instead of just following the rules and plowing through. Like, what's your thoughts on situations like that? Should the referee try to make a judgment call and say like, oh, there was a kick out or a shoulder lifted, or plow through, hey, sorry, you didn't kick out?
It's hard to say, because everyone is situational. Every situation is different. The problem with that is the referee in the ring has a split second to make a decision. That's the problem. And, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't, especially in today's day and age where the audience out there are looking for something to pick on. They will notice it, and all of a sudden somebody gets a lot of heat for it. Now, whether it's, getting heat from the office in the back, getting heat from the boys, usually, I don't know what the language parameters are here, but crap falls downhill, right?
You can say whatever you want. We're good.
Yeah. I don't swear a lot. I'm Canadian. I fudge it. I fudge a lot. But again, when the old regime was there and when I was there, we were told and we were instructed, if they don't kick out, you count. Doesn't matter what the finish is. If they don't kick out, you count, because it makes you look bad and it ruins all your authority. And that falls on them. So I had little things that I would do in the ring, especially when it looked like it was coming close. I would count loud, first of all. And I was known for hitting the canvas pretty hard. I really made a noise. But sometimes when you jump down on the canvas, you make a noise when it's not the count. Like when you're landing on the canvas, positioning yourself, sometimes they think that's one, and they'll kick out earlier, but that's not applying to here. But I always try to position myself where they could see me, and I try to make eye contact with the person that's, being pinned. Gotcha. And I would count 1, 2, and if it looks close, I'll even say it, kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. A couple of years ago we had Kevin Keenan on, and he said all the time he would yell his count, and he would always tell him, kick out, get up, we're at 2. Like just to get that alert. He's like, because I know that, especially in his situation, that he would be the one taking the heat, so he
Right.
don't want to put anybody in that spot, making sure that they kicked up. Another thing that HK and I actually talked about last week, which is getting pretty egregious. A wrestler go in for a cover and the guy underneath will not kick out. It's more like the wrestler on top gets up on a 2.5 and just kind of like stops the cover.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure that sticks in your craw quite a bit. I've seen that a lot lately.
That and yes, that one does stick in my craw a little bit. And the other one that kills me is in tag matches when someone comes in to make the save. Just tapping someone on the back does not break up a pin because the guy's still being pinned.
Yeah, yank them
You know,
off.
yank them off, push them off, kick them off, whatever. Just walking in and going dink. That's breaking up a pin. Don't get me started on other stuff too, like mounted punches and stuff like that. Oh my god! No, come on. Like Kevin Nash brought it up not too long ago, where he said guys get down there and they get on top of somebody and they're throwing like rapid fire punches and they look like shit. Yeah. If you take your time and you got someone down, when you're in like a real situation like that, you throw a couple of good ones that look good, and some might sneak in and be a little snug.
Yeah.
You always apologize before you throw it. Sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it makes sense. Like I even remember the Hardys were good for that years ago. Like somebody gives you your back, and it's just like flurries instead of like just laying in a couple of good shots. I get that.
Watch Sheamus. He'll tell you.
Oh yeah.
Gunther, guys that like, hey, you know what? Again, you're gonna feel it. It's not like anything else. You're not gonna feel. I mean, you land on the canvas, you feel it. Wherever you fall, you're gonna feel it. It's just another blow, I guess.
Yeah.
But like you said, like there's ways where you make it look good, and you don't have to throw a complete flurry of them, and like just lay them in a bit. You're not out to hurt the guy, but
no,
let the people know that you're hitting them.
Right.
Now I gotta ask, because it's a question from Tropic Al, and he wanted to know. He's a lot like us. We watched you over the years. You worked with the big times through some of the greatest eras. Was there anybody when you saw that you were working their match, you're like, oh, this is not one I want? Like, was there anybody that maybe they were more difficult to call their matches that stick out in your mind?
I mean, there's a few, and I hate calling them out because I like them. Like I'll mention, sorry, Dalit, but the great Khali.
Okay.
I liked him. It's just that sometimes you'd have to say things 2 or 3 times before he picked up on it.
Okay. Was that just language barrier more than anything?
I will attribute it to that, but at the same time, sometimes he's trying to think of what he's supposed to do next, and you're trying to tell him, and sometimes he's trying to process while you're talking to him, so he's not really hearing you.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Kind of thing.
Overthinking what's going on.
Yes.
Gotcha. Now on the flip side of that, there had to be a handful of guys you couldn't wait to work the match.
Oh, pick them.
Yeah.
Pick them. I mean, like, God bless Eddie. Eddie was like, I'd have a match with Eddie and I'd say, okay, Eddie, what's going on tonight? He says, frog splash. Okay. Anything else? No, that's it. You'll know the rest when you see it. Okay.
That's fantastic. And I'm guessing that, you had your fair share of bumps along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the worst bump you took? You got anything in the holster for that? The one you remember the most?
One I remember the most. I've taken ones where I probably should have got hurt and didn't.
Okay.
Like WrestleMania 24, I took the big boot from the Undertaker, and I didn't. What happened was I didn't want to see it coming, because what your automatic reaction is. If you watch it coming in, you're going to flinch.
Yep.
Or make even a slight nudge and move. So I knew it was coming from this way, so I just kept my eyes focused that way.
Yeah.
And I figured it's WrestleMania, it's the main event. Take my head off. I don't care. I could use a vacation anyways if it happens. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Bam. But I felt it, but it didn't hurt because I was so amped up. I was laying there on the canvas, just in my mind was going, stay down, don't move, stay down, don't move, because the adrenaline's rushing.
Yeah.
It's almost incredible, to describe.
Now, is there because I think there's definitely an art to what officials do in the ring, especially when you're talking about just a tag team match or a one-on-one. Now, when you get into the gimmick matches, is there one that there's a little bit more craft to when you get into those type of matches, whether it be, a ladder match is super easy, but you're out there, or
Right.
a cage match, or what comes to your mind there?
Those type of matches, any match where the referee is on the outside while the match is going on the inside, is difficult because it becomes a challenge now, passing times, passing messages, and stuff like that, because now you have to wait till somebody sells towards you, right, so you can pass that message on. And it's especially in a ladder match type situation or a TLC match, someone could take a big bump and you could slide in like you're checking on them, which you are as well. Right, but at the same time, while you're checking on them, going, "Hey, are you okay? We still got 6 to go." You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, man, interesting.
I see. I know you mentioned Eddie Guerrero. I see you've got a couple of autographs and placards on the wall there.
Yeah.
I see you've got a foam Brahma bull behind you too.
Oh yeah.
Are you much of a collector? And what's your favorite piece, if you are?
I'm not like a collector, but I have certain pieces, like the WrestleMania one of Eddie that the office sent us, and this one here was a personal one that I had signed by him. I don't have very many things signed by any of the talent, but that one I got signed. I've got a poster signed by The Rock over there from our Malaysia tour. And actually the one item that I have that I will not get rid of for the life of me is I want to say it was 1996, somewhere around there. It was late 90s, where in Montreal, Quebec, Owen Hart had a boxing match with Ray Rougeau.
Wow.
So it was like contested like a legit boxing match. So they had rounds, the whole bit. It was a 5-round match. It didn't go 5 rounds. But I have the round card that says round 5 on it, signed by Owen, and also George Savallo, who is the corner man for Owen. He was a Canadian heavyweight boxing champion.
Wow.
Which was kind of cool. So I've got that. And I just did a WrestleCon in Gatineau, Quebec, which is not far from Montreal. And Ray Rougeau was there, and I wanted to bring it with me to get it signed by him as well. And I forgot. I'm like, how did I forget this? Too many ref bumps, I guess. I don't know.
You mentioned tour of Malaysia, man. Is there? Obviously you toured the world, being an official there. Is there any stories from any of your tours that when you think of, you just automatically laugh?
I could laugh now.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, of course. Because we did, we were doing a tour. We were on the West Coast, and then we were chartering over to Australia. And this plane that they chartered, I don't know who booked this plane, but it looked like something from the movie Airplane. We had these pilots that were like Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau flying the plane. But I will say this: thank God it was them, because their experience actually probably saved us. Because the way we had to fly over, we stopped in Anchorage to refuel. I don't get it. We were on the West Coast, so we had to fly up to come back down. So as we're coming down the coast of Russia, we had to stop in this place. I believe the pronunciation is Petrolovsk, Russia, and refuel at an army base. And as we were trying to land, there was a violent storm outside, snowstorm, that the plane was shaking ridiculous. This was the real plane ride from hell. Forget the other story. So as we're coming down, this is going up and down and sideways and stuff like that. And all of a sudden he aborts the landing attempt and just goes back up. And then he circles around to try again, and the same thing. Now the Big Show was in the seat just over from me on the other side. His seat snaps right into Brian Hebner's lap. Hebner's screaming, "Get off me, get up." And he can't, because, the seat snapped. Anyway, we go in for another landing attempt. Plane takes off and goes up again. Comes in for a third one after again, more violent shaking and everybody looking at Ric Flair because he had already been in a plane crash. So everybody was looking at him to see if he was nervous. We finally land. We get on the ground. Everybody's like, thank God everybody's doing whatever, praying to whatever God they believe in. And all of a sudden, these Russian military guys board the plane with weapons, stuff like that. We thought they were just escorting us or whatever. They told us, no, we can't get off the plane. We're just going to refuel and leave. And we're like, we're going to actually take off in this thing? You know? Yeah. Needless to say, we made it, but still, it was terrifying. It was terrifying, man.
Man, I was wondering if that was the connection. I know Big Show, he told a story there was an old WWE Storytime show, and
Right.
he tells a story very similar to that. And I'm wondering if that's the connection there.
It might be it. It might be it. Actually, and then coming back, we had some engine trouble, and we had to stop in Adelaide, and there was a bunch of shenanigans that went down, and oh my God. Anyways, I could write a book. You see what I did there?
We hear a lot about like wrestlers ribbing.
Mhm.
Do referees, will they step into that arena, or is it, do you get to rib the other referees, or is there like an unspoken like not you rib each other, just not the wrestlers?
No, mostly we ribbed each other. The referees would rib each other, and it depending on who it was and how close your relationship was with the boys. Yeah, you can pull a little rib on them, but you wouldn't get too carried away.
Yeah. And you yourself, you a master of the ribbing?
Nah, I kind of stayed away from that because if you rib somebody, guess what?
It's coming back.
It's coming back on you. And this was a situation where a lot of times you wouldn't have to rib somebody, and guess what? They'd get you because they said, he ain't going to do anything anyway. So,
is there anybody like in the amongst the referees that you'd worked with that people would be surprised at their talent when it comes to ribbing?
Oh, let me think back. It wasn't very prevalent. That's the thing with the referees. It wasn't very prevalent. It was more, verbal banter back and forth. And we just like, you know what I mean? Just take shots at each other, but playful shots at each other. Unless it was Chimmel, who I was always serious with. I told him what I thought. I got stuck riding with him for over almost 2 decades. So what the heck?
Wow. 2 decades with Chimmel, huh?
Yeah, him in the passenger seat, me driving, because I am the worst passenger in the world. I cannot just sit there for 3-4 hours while someone else is driving. I'm the worst side seat driver in the world.
Just speed up, slow down.
Oh yeah,
hey,
watch the road. Watch the road. Jeez.
They go, what the fuck do you think they're watching?
I know, but I can't just sit there. You know what I mean? I have to have the wheel. I have to have a cigarette. I have to have control of the radio. My Pepsi. That was it. Ask Chimmel. If you ever talk to Chimmel, ask him. Marlboro Lights, Pepsi, and those cheesy puffs.
All right.
Like the Cheetos cheesy puffs.
That's
all
awesome.
day long. Yeah, smoking orange cigarettes by the time they were done with all that orange stuff on my fingers. I just feel bad because I would fling them out the window and some animal probably went by. Oh, that looks delicious.
Now you worked through again some of the greatest eras of wrestling. What was the most rewarding time period for you personally to be there?
Probably the mid 2000s, because that was a period where, how they say, as far as wrestlers go, it takes them several years for them to get it. It's the same way with referees, in my opinion, and for me especially. As much as I was comfortable doing what I was doing, it wasn't until I want to even say 2003, 2002, where I really said to myself, you know what? Now that I'm been sitting there listening to these guys explain things in the locker room, it really started to click then in what my role needed to be for them. Mm-hmm. And it was like, okay, focus on this. This is what I need to do. And also I learned that as much as I thought I knew, you never know it all. Yeah. And even to this day, every once in a while, I'll watch a match and I'll go, oh, okay. Maybe I should have done something like that.
Ignore the count. Let them all be in the ring at the same time.
Well, not that one. Not that one.
Make yourself known to everyone in the arena.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just say, I'm going to stand. Ring the bell. Cue the Benny Hill music.
Jimmy, tell us a little bit about Huge Pop Radio.
Oh, Huge Pop. My buddy Donnie De Silva. It started in September of last year, and during the summer, he reached out to me. He says, we came up with this idea. He says, how do you feel about doing a radio show? I said, yeah. What were you thinking? He says, no, it'd just be like a 1 hour radio show. We'll have guests on. We'll talk about everything. We'll kind of try to make it conversational as opposed to everybody, especially when we have interviews, we don't do okay, let's do his Wikipedia page and see what he's got there and just rifle that off. So what Donnie does, which he's really great at, he's a great interviewer, by the way, but at the same time, he's also great at his introductions. So he gets all that Wikipedia stuff done in the introduction.
Nice.
So the rest of the interview is all stuff that they normally don't talk about. So that's really good.
You guys don't like to go like, hey, where did you train? How'd you get into the business?
No. Who was your first match? I mean, it's right there, stuff like that. No, we like to keep it light. We kept conversational. A lot of the times it's people we know, because Donnie's been in the industry since about 96 or so. He's been a booker and trainer up here. Actually even trained a little bit under Waldo Von Erich, believe it or not.
Wow.
Of all people. Wow. Yeah. And he realized quickly that bumping is not good for a 6'7" guy. So, but he's really, really smart about the business, really knows what he's talking about. And we have a lot of fun with it. And just, like I said, it's like two guys talking wrestling, and Lincoln Allen, who's our producer. He's also an indie worker as well. So, we have some good conversations on there. I love doing that. And also don't forget Huge Reffing It Up as well. Yeah. With Brian Hebner and Daniel Spencer, who's the lead official in TNA. We have a good time. I'll give RJ a shout out too. Why not? He's our producer there. Got to give the guy who runs the board a shout out, or else he can just clip your mic at any time, So, hey, how come you didn't mention me there? Click.
Oh shit!
No, we've found that it's a lot of fun, and we like to keep things light too. That's why I'm sure you noticed when you jumped in, it's like just firing right in. We try to treat everybody like they're an old friend when they come on the show.
No, I love that. That's great, man. This is fun. I love this.
Is there another book in the works? I know your book's been around for quite a bit, still available on Amazon. You can get that on the Kindle if you want to take it with you, if you don't like carrying around a book. Anything else from Jimmy Korderas? You itching to write another one?
Well, it's been thrown out there. My wife is trying to get me to sit down and write it, but trying to get me to sit down is like, you know what I mean? It's so weird because all those years of traveling, I finally get home and I'm just like, no, now I could relax. I could take it easy. And first thing I said, okay, hon, what do you want to do? She goes, hey, let's go to Europe. Oh, great. I'm back on a plane. And you know what I mean?
Can't you just get a pack of squares, some cheese balls and a Pepsi, write the book?
Yeah. Nah. Well, I could do that, but I gave up the Marley Lights a long time ago.
Okay. Well, just cheese balls and Pepsi then.
Yeah, I can't get rid of the cheese balls. That's not happening.
I'm with you on that one.
Well, Jimmy, I know. Brendan actually told me that you got a hard out at 8:00, so we don't want to keep it too long.
I can go a few more minutes. What the hell?
Okay, sounds good.
Well, we could do 8:05.
On Turner time, baby. I love it.
Yeah. Hey, see? Yeah, exactly. Well, I just heard from the back that we're going to stay on here until my time is up. Well, that didn't come off too good, did it? I got to watch how I say things,
Well, let me ask you. I know it's kind of a cliche question, but what made you decide when wrestling presented itself to you that you wanted to be the guy in the stripes, that you wanted to be the referee? Like, what led you toward that?
to be honest with you, I didn't know I wanted to be a referee. I just wanted to be a part of the wrestling business in some form or fashion. I mean, obviously that thought goes in your head too. You know what? I wonder if I could be a wrestler. But watching the matches as close as I did, because they used to run Maple Leaf Gardens here in Toronto every 3 weeks. I sat second row ringside right beside the entryway. They had this ramp there where everybody.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Maple Leaf Gardens, absolutely.
Yeah, and I sat second row ringside right there, watching it up close, and I said, "Oh no, that looks like it hurts too much." I don't think so. Nah, that ain't going to be for me. But I wanted to be a part of the business, some form or fashion. And when I started working for Jack Tunney, running just errands and all that stuff, whatever needed to be done, here, throw me the keys to his car, go pick up so-and-so from the airport, whatever, Then after about a little over a year of just being around and hanging around and being in the locker room with the guys, which was really cool, they accepted me. Pat Patterson said to Jack, he says, "Hey, Jack, we got the kid here. He's waiting for something to do. He's just hanging out, whatever. Why don't we use him? We'll make him a referee during the shows, so he doesn't have to just sit there and do nothing." And Jack says to him, "Well, do you want to smarten him up?" And Pat says to him, "Jack, he's sitting in the locker room with the boys. He's already kind of getting a clue what's going on here." So Pat told me to get all the ref gear, the black shoes, black pants, blue shirt, black bow tie, carry it with me at all times. And then I got thrown to the Wolves one day at a house show, and they said, "Here, you're reffing this match. SD Jones versus the Red Demon, who is Jose Luis Rivera." And that was it. It started there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What was it like? What was it like working Toronto with Jack Tunney?
Oh, I love Jack. Jack was, Jack was very stoic. Him and Gorilla Monsoon were kind of the same cloth. Just big burly guys who, cared. He looked after the guys a lot. Jack did look after the guys. Like, for example, every show here in Toronto had he would make sure that everybody had rooms at the old Howard Johnson's, and he'd rent a suite afterwards because he'd rather and fill it with beer and wine because he'd rather have the boys up there drinking than in the bar potentially causing a ruckus.
No, it's great to hear because, watching wrestling as a young fan, Jack Tunney was like the president, and you always heard that he ran Toronto. It was his territory. Then he got in with Vince and Pat and all them. Mm-hmm. So no, it's interesting to hear what he was like. I mean, like my biggest moments with Jack Tunney was like announcing the WrestleMania 4 tournament or, suspending Danny Davis.
Right. Well, I'm glad he did that. Let's put it.
I mean, Davis was he was a pretty good wrestler. I mean, for the spot they put him in.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He was an okay wrestler. He's a worse referee though, but no, I'm kidding. Danny was fine. Danny was good. But that was the way it was back then. A lot of times, a lot of the referees were guys who were trained wrestlers and actually worked as wrestlers. See, like Danny Davis, Mr. X.
Yep.
Patrick. Yeah.
Nick Patrick worked. Mickey Henson was a worker. Scott Armstrong, a lot of them. Even before that, you look at old school guys like, if I'm not mistaken, Gilberto Roman was also a worker.
Yeah.
That was kind of almost like a prerequisite back then.
Yeah. You got to skirt the system there, Jimmy.
Yeah. Yep. Timing was right for me. Let's put it that way.
Quite a few less bumps on that bump card.
Yeah, still felt every one of them though.
Man, you guys getting the question in before Jimmy leaves?
Yeah. So, Jimmy,
we gotta ask him.
There's one question we ask every single guest, no matter who that comes on.
Okay.
It's when was the last time you shit your pants?
Oh. Good Lord. I've probably on that flight I described. Yeah, and then you gotta go and clean up in those little tiny stall bathrooms in the back. I mean, not good. Not good.
It's funny you mentioned that. The one wizard who's not here tonight actually soiled himself while he was at work. And he went off to a porta potty to clean his drawers, and he actually salvaged the drawers and brought them home.
You throw them out, right, Jimmy? You throw.
Yeah.
No. The U86 those suckers.
Yep.
No. That's a. Yeah, what are you gonna do? You gonna put them in a little baggie and say, "Oh, you know what? I didn't blow a hole in these, so they're still okay." No. Bye.
I didn't blow a hole in these.
Yeah, that's going down.
I just feel sorry for the person who has to clean up in the bathroom afterwards. That's all. Because you know what, you can't flush those things because you'll clog the system. So you got to. Anyway,
got to tuck them away.
Yeah.
Tuck them away.
Yeah.
See, this is educational for everybody listening here. Yeah.
Right. And I gotta ask one on top of that since we. I don't know.
We're piling on now.
I know you got to go, but that wizard that isn't here that does his laundry in the porta john. He also he shits with the door open. Now you wouldn't do that, would you, Jimmy? You close the door behind you when you're going into the bathroom, correct?
I thought that was like. I thought that was no question there. I didn't understand that. Now it's different when you're on an airplane and you want to keep people away, and you want to scare the stewardess or something like that. But then again, you're opening yourself up to a lawsuit. So
you're not going to get many drinks that way either.
No. Yeah. They're not coming by with the cart.
Jimmy, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Anything you want to plug before we let you get out of here?
No, I think we did it all with the shows and stuff like that, and I appreciate you guys having me on. This was a lot of fun, man. See, I like this kind of stuff as opposed to the other stuff. So this was a blast, man. Appreciate it.
Well, listen, Jimmy, anytime you want to come back, just hit us up. Let us know anything you want to plug, even if you want to just shoot the shit. We're happy to have you back, brother.
No, my pleasure. Thank you. I will be back after this. I'll be back, man.
Great to hear, Jimmy.
Awesome. Maybe you could berate Double T too when he comes back and ask him why he shits with the door open.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that'll be the first thing I talk about. That's what I mean, like, oh, man, never mind. We'll save it for the next time.
Thank you so much, right. Jimmy.
Thanks, right. Jimmy. Have a great night, brother.
You too. Take care, guys.
Jimmy Korderas. Wow.
Fantastic.
If you told me a year ago I'd be asking Jimmy Korderas when the last time he shit his pants was. Yeah. It's like, what world am I living in?
Man, it's so fantastic with a guy like that too, because the things that he says always like they just make sense. You know what I mean? Like we've said it before, like the referee is not supposed to be noticed until he's supposed to be noticed. You know what I mean? Like he knows what he's doing, and you look at the span of his career, it's just outstanding. You gotta be damn good at your craft to be around as long as he was around. So my hat's off to Jimmy, man. My hat
definitely.
Yeah, and he's enjoying himself. He's got a podcast. He's got videos that he does on Instagram. He's doing good things, man. Doing good things. 100%. It's nice when a guy like that gets out of the business and he's not really out of the business. You know what I mean? Like he's still, putting content out there, contributing. Like it's cool to see.
He's got amazing insight. You know what I mean? Amazing insight. So.
Oh my God, he fucking threw a bunch of them to the wood chipper. Didn't even have to name them. I gotta see if I can find that Disco Fever video. Remember her dancing around?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Yes. What was the tune? It was Aubrey, but what did she dance?
It was Disco Inferno's theme song.
Gotcha. Man, they should have just had her for the intro when they went to the Pointer Sisters. They should have just had her.
So excited.
There was the other one too, the theme of Mr. Ed as well. Aubrey Ed.
Yeah, but that's low hanging fruit at this point, right?
Yeah,
Give me a chuckle.
Boy, God, she was wearing the brightest fucking sneakers the other day when I saw her. I was like, "What are you doing?
Yeah,
you're a fucking official."
She had to be rehoofed.
Oh man,
I know. I say low hanging fruit, and I go right back to the fucking tree.
Oh boy,
the well wasn't dry, man. The well wasn't dry. Well, Tony,
water.
But you can lead a horse to water, but horses can't fish. So with that, Tony, we will be back right after we're done waxing our carrots.
All right. Get rid of the fucking banner, whoever's in charge.
I fucking got rid of it.
No, get rid of this shit. This fucking thing.
I can't think. I'm just thinking about waxing the car. Hold on.
There we go.
You looking happy?
We would like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in each week to The Shining Wizards. Here are some other ways in which you can support the show. If you shop at Amazon, visit amazon.shiningwizards.com and shop the way you always do. You'll pay the same low prices, and a portion of your purchase will help support the show. If you'd like to buy a Shining Wizards t-shirt, visit merch.shiningwizards.com to visit our pro wrestling tee store and select from over a dozen great designs. You can also become a Patreon supporter at patreon.shiningwizards.com, where we offer bonus content, producer credits, and so much more. Continue to listen to the show wherever you listen to podcasts and watch along live on social media. And don't forget to like, rate, review, and subscribe. Your continued support helps us to continue to bring you the best in professional wrestling podcasting.
It's time for your weekly lineup of shows on the Shining Wizards Network. Start your week with the latest from Gorilla Brain, featuring the year of Duke and Rogue, covering a year's worth of classic wrestling. And the Tots Pod, introducing the world to wrestling figure collecting. Follow up with 30 Screams or Less, a weekly review of horror movies in 30 minutes or less. And the Shining Wizards, where it's wrestling talk and talk about wrestling. The Network Week continues with the Mark Order, your place for everything AEW. And the ROH Revelry, covering everything in the history of Ring of Honor. Later, it's Radioactive Metal, bringing you everything from the world of heavy metal music. And Inconclusive Breakdown, keeping you up to date on everything happening in the world. The Shining Wizards Network is also the home to other great shows, like the Brocast, your watch-along podcast from Down Under. Turnbuckle Throwbacks, paying homage to the greatest shows in the history of pro wrestling. Wrestling Night in Canada, a focus on wrestling with a north-of-the-border spin. And Going Underground, a show that takes you back through the history of Lucha Underground. Enjoy all of the amazing shows on the Shining Wizards Network, available wherever you listen to podcasts and at shiningwizardsnetwork.com. It's the Shining Wizards Network. Entertainment here.
You want to fight. You want to become a champion, but face facts. You suck. But you don't have to suck. And you won't suck when you train with the best. Train at the Wizards Wrestling School. We'll train you in all forms of combat, including Japanese wrestling and wrestling in pudding with no clothes on. Got $5,000? We'll take your $5,000 and train you to be a champion. Maybe. Got what it takes? Join us on the mean streets of Morristown and find out if you got what it takes to win championships. It's the Wizards Wrestling School, taking money and taking names.
Whoa. What happened there? Whoa. There we go. We're back.
You know, that the one guy with the the over the shoulder title.
You like that, right?
That's not a bad look, is it? What do you think about that? Get a belt that
it's like a vest, yeah.
A little collar belt. Man, that might be a thing. We might think about that. Yeah,
it's almost like you're a gladiator, right? Because the gladiators kind of have like the vest like that.
Yeah, I like it. I'm in.
I dig it. AI is a weird magical thing.
It is.
It sure is.
A lot of weird stuff in that one too. A lot of weird stuff. You guys want to talk a little night of champions?
I mean, did Double T update the picks?
He said he did, I think.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, before we get to that, shout out to SJ and the entire crew.
Yeah.
Our goblins are really gobbling it up out there.
Yeah.
I know it annoys Double T when I say that, but it's a term of endearment, I think, at this point.
Yeah, like when I say knob goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had Busta Beauty Britt out giving out Shining Wizards merchandise last night. So many thanks to that. Many thanks to her. That was awesome.
Yeah, Lisa's got something coming up in Texas, I think.
Yeah, all in.
All in. Look at that.
Hell yeah.
Interesting.
See, even though some of us hate AEW, still out there promoting. That's awesome.
Damn Skippy.
Awesome.
Picks didn't go my way this time.
What'd you
they
do?
ever?
Did you pick with your heart?
Yeah.
Probably because you had a broken heart from Sunday, right?
Well, the event was Saturday afternoon, but
I know. I'm trying to conflate the two.
A future broken heart. He
Yeah.
knew it
Yeah.
was coming.
maybe I knew it was on the horizon. Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, there wasn't like, I don't know. There were certain matches I was like, a little bit back and forth, but at the same time, like, I had to get the picks in. I didn't want to overthink it. So I just, I'd like to see this happen. I'd like to see this happen. I'd like to see this happen. Click and
Maybe
go.
you should start overthinking it then.
Yeah.
Go do the Costanza. Do the
Yes.
opposite. Gotcha. Well, I went 3-3, so even the opposite would have fucked me.
That's true.
Yeah. So,
Good point.
man. So what? I know, Tony. You said you didn't catch much of Night of Champions, Brundo Fly. What'd you think, man?
So I enjoyed the majority of this show. I
Uh-oh.
thought Cody and Orton was good. I think they're planting seeds for something else for Cody and Orton. Because at the end, Cody's putting them over nonstop, and Orton's kind of, going up the way and looking back like, what's this fucking guy talking about?
Okay.
So I could see, maybe something happens, maybe something doesn't, but a little something in the bushes for later there.
Well,
Going
yeah.
up the way.
Like maybe a little Legacy 2.0.
Yeah.
Well, Curtis Axel comes back. DiBiase Jr. Deuce or Domino, whatever the fuck it was.
Manu.
Yeah, Manu. Yeah, bring them all back. Why not?
Hell yeah.
Overall, man, I was a little bit disappointed in this show.
Yeah.
I
can
think.
guess where your major disappointment would be.
Yeah. There's a couple things. I liked Randy and Cody. I thought that was a fine match. It was a fun match. Raquel Rodriguez, has she ever been good?
You didn't like that match?
No.
I really liked that match. I thought her and Ripley, the two of them have some good togetherness. I can't think of the word.
Well, chemistry.
Good togetherness.
Chemistry. There we go.
Yeah.
Good togetherness.
Yeah.
Good togetherness for them.
I think we already have our title for the week, though. But keep writing shit down.
It was, no, I just don't see it in her. I think that if she was 4 inches shorter, she wouldn't have a job right now. I don't think it's there. I really don't think it's there. Sammy and Cross, man, I'm so happy that Cross is connecting with an audience right now, and people are there for him. I think he's doing a fantastic job. I really thought it was going to be a Cross win. Like, I really committed to, in my mind, thinking he could use this. This will help him. I don't know, necessarily where he goes from a loss with Sammy, or if this is something they're going to drag out a little bit more, because it seems like they almost have to at this point.
Yeah, when he lost too, he's still smiling at Sammy and talking to him or whatnot. So it's maybe the pin's not in the cushion here.
Pulling him into the dark side so Sammy can achieve what he wants to achieve. I would love to see that happen.
Yeah.
Solo and Fatu.
Your favorite thing.
Hikuleo.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm pumped to see. Halala. Pumped to see him. Excited, just genuinely excited to see him. Didn't like the way the match played out. I don't like that Fatu dropped the title already. I think you give him a real solid run. Would have been nice for him. I was hoping that Hikuleo would have been on Jacob's side. You know what I mean? Go over to Jacob, because what's going to happen now? Fatu versus the rest of all the Tongas, Tongaloas and Loa Tongas, and
he's got Big Jim.
Hikalongas and all that other kind of stuff. It's just it's too much. They got to work on those names too. Because what is he? Talatonga? Is that what it's going by?
Talatonga, yeah.
Yeah. So you got Tamatonga, Tongaloa.
He was always the one with the different name. It's Hikaleu.
Right.
Tama and Tonga, except for Camacho, they've been the same thing for years.
Maybe have him go back to Camacho.
Yeah. Come out in the bike.
That would be fucking amazing. I'd like to see Solo and Fatu again, and I'm sure we will. I kind of question where they're going with it. They're building back up, build back better bloodline. Is that what it is? Build back better bloodline.
Say that again.
Build back better bloodline. Yeah,
That's impressive.
yeah. I don't know what the next.
I think if Solo loses here, he's dead. Like at this point, he was basically dead. For him to take another loss, you might as well just throw him off TV at that point because he's the ultimate jobber.
Brundo, you're smarter than this, man.
But
you're smarter than this. You know that losses and wins, it's about getting over, not about going over.
He's not getting over with all his losses. That's the problem.
Yeah,
he's constantly losing. So he's not getting over with all the losses.
He was a badass that turned into a goofball because Jacob Fatu became the badass, and then Jacob Fatu became the star, and now he's just a goofball.
And I think they're going to strap a fucking rocket to Jacob Fatu within the next year.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Guy's incredible.
Him and maybe not the next year, but the year afterwards. Give me him and Braun Breaker in the main event Mania.
Don't they still have a couple more in the dynasty in the wings here?
Well, there's Zilla Fatu, but I don't know if he's signed yet.
Yeah.
And there's
who was the one that was on the show?
I can't pull the name. He was on. He's signed. Can't remember.
Lance.
Lance.
Yeah.
Wait, he was there at Night of Champions?
No. He's in the wings. He's signed.
Yeah. Well, Hikuleo was apparently signed a year ago, and it took him this long.
Yeah.
Queen of the Ring final. Brundo Fly, you're a huge Asuka guy.
Oh, I love Asuka. Yeah, I'm so happy she's back. But I mean, like I figured I knew she wasn't gonna win. The story's there with Jade. She's winning, and then Naomi's gonna fuck her.
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tuning in for that, huh?
Oh yeah.
And then
then this is what I've been waiting to hear.
I'm so fucking disappointed. I'm just so fucking disappointed. A huge disappointment Saturday with this main event, bigger disappointment Sunday with friendships, but how many pay-per-views in a row have I been begging for a clean fucking finish with no outside interference? And here we go. CM Punk, John Cena. Also, all you whiny bitches, CM Punk pushed a child. No, he didn't fucking push a kid. All right, get your head out of your ass. If he pushed the kid be down. Stop it. Just fucking stop it. But back to the match itself. I wanted, just give me a clean finish with no interference. And what do? Here comes Seth and Seth's goons. And then who comes out? Penta. Penta.
And not just comes out, fucking dances out.
Well, I'm gonna excuse that. I like that part.
What? No. No wonder people don't play with you on Fortnite.
Whoa!
You cannot excuse that.
Double T play with me. We had a great time. And Sammy was out for the main too, wasn't he?
Yeah, Sammy was out. He fought to the back with Braun Breaker, and then Penta, after he's done dancing, jumped on top of him.
What a fucking mess.
Yeah.
What a fucking mess, man. It's just so ridiculous. Why am I tuning in to watch these main events? Because I want to see a match between John Cena and CM Punk. I want to see that match. I don't want to see that match plus Seth and his goons and Penta and fucking Sammy. I don't want to see all that shit. I'm tuning in to watch a fucking match between CM Punk and John Cena, and they can't fucking help but stop themselves from bending me over. Stop bending me over. I'm fucking sick of it.
It's getting to the point where it's 98, 99 WCW, and the crowd during the main event is going to start watching the aisle way to see who's coming out instead of the match.
It's already fucking started, man.
Yeah.
It's already fucking started. And I don't know. I don't know what it's accomplishing. Like, I really don't know what it's at first when you're like, okay,
gotta protect everyone. Nobody can take a loss.
Let's protect the guy who will be gone in December?
No, they're
John
protecting everybody else. So when John
Ah.
Cena's gone, that's why CM
yes.
Punk loses because of Seth Rollins. That's why all this shit happens. Can I just interject something?
Yes.
Braun Breaker. I mean, I know, like, and we've all talked about it. He's getting the rocket strap to him. They put him with Seth now. As time goes on, I'm giving less of a shit about him.
Is it because of his connection to Seth?
I just see him like not being the breakout star that people are expecting him to be. Yeah, he hits the ropes at 23 miles an hour. Yeah, he's got a spear. He just looks like a fucking goofy jack off now. He just does. Like, I'd rather see what's his name, the fucking fat dude that's with Seth Rollins. You know what I'm saying?
Bronson Reed.
I'd rather Bronson Reed be fucking Seth's muscle and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't think that Braun Breaker needed to be part of this. I think on his own, standing alone, he was doing just fine. I don't know that he needed to be part of the Seth Rollins group because I think that he feels lesser being part of this group. Now he's back up to Seth. And before he was his own man, kicking ass, just putting bitches down. Now he takes a backseat to Seth, and you're making him like his whole presentation, everything about him seems lesser because of the role that he's in, and it's disappointing because I think the kid has it.
Yeah, it's not like it's the Shield where all three feel equal, like Roman, Ambrose, Seth. I mean, at least at the beginning,
right?
It felt like three equal guys with the equal goal. Braun right now is just second fiddle to Seth instead of go trying to do something on his own, or even with like Heyman's backing or whatnot.
Yeah,
he doesn't feel like a Paul Heyman guy. He feels like a Seth Rollins guy.
And the group doesn't feel like a Heyman group either.
Nope.
The whole thing doesn't. There's something that just doesn't feel right about it.
Then again, Paul Heyman's been so successful for so long, I guess the hiccup is kind of going to come eventually, but...
Well, it did. Curtis Axel, Ryback.
No, but that was years ago. I mean, he's been on a hell of a fucking run since then,
I see Yeah, I see what you mean.
But like this, it don't work for me, dog. Like, is that still a thing?
Is that Randy?
Work for me, brother.
Randy Jack? You Randy Jack?
Yeah.
I was trying to find it.
Cool. I'm an old man.
No, I don't know.
I'm the best papa.
There's lick my ass. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of different things that can be done. But right now I'm not super pumped with what is being done. I guess if that makes sense. I genuinely want to see Sammy win a championship. That is a ride I think that people can get behind and people can enjoy. I don't think that he takes the belt off of Cena. I don't know what happens with Cena, but the problem is we all know what the ending is. We know that he's going to drop the belt. At a certain point, he's dropping the belt, and that's what's going to happen. So that's the disappointing part to me. I mean, I would have been happier if they would have had him, kept him face, kept him true to that, have him win the title on his way out.
What if he doesn't? What if he doesn't drop the title before the end of the year? What if whatever they're going to do, like if it's like, what do they call it? Like they had a word for the last time they ran a show on like December 31st. It was like a pay-per-view maybe years ago, something like that.
There was
I know. Yeah.
They did day one.
Yeah, that was it. Let me check something real quick.
Okay.
So John Cena is going to be Verdun Gagne, basically.
Wait, hold on. See, December 31st is on a Wednesday. I'm thinking like how great it would be to have that fucking show, like a show that Wednesday, the 31st. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And then Cena he fucking wins. Whoever it is, he fucking keeps the title. And then some chicanery or some shenanigans happens where it's like, you're not walking out with the belt, whatever. And then somebody fucking faces him at the Rumble and that winds up being his last match or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
He already has the end date though. I think it's December 10th or something like that.
Why so early?
Where they already said, like, that's it.
But there's got to be some shenanigans, right?
In Boston, that's probably why. He probably wants to go out, in his area.
But let's think of it like this. So Cody's going to get a title shot at SummerSlam.
Yes.
Do we switch the belt onto Cody at SummerSlam night 2, or are we riding this thing out? Cody gets fucked somehow by Randy Orton. And if that's the case, who steps up? Does Roman come back? Does Roman get slid in there? And then what do you do with Roman if he does win? Does Roman rematch with Cody again for the 3rd time, and then Roman beats Cody at Mania?
Do we see Seth at SummerSlam? I mean, we got it teased at this one.
So did he cash in, or that didn't?
No, he didn't cash in. He didn't get the that's when Charles Robinson was running down like the fucking like crazy, and Cena just plowed him.
So
yeah.
So I thought Seth hit CM Punk with the briefcase, and then the referee woke up after that, so there couldn't have been a DQ. Like, is that what happened?
Yeah, they ran into the ref. The ref was out, and yeah,
because I know Cena shit canned Seth and then covered Punk. That's
yeah. Well, Punk hit the fucking his finisher. The ref's still on the outside. Seth comes back in, hits him with the briefcase, stomp. Ref jumps back in. 1, 2, 3. That's that.
Angry Kevin.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Horrible times. Bad times. But
then what's the end game here? Like what's happening? Like, where do you guys see this going? There's still options. There's still a lot of options.
Yeah, there is. And I don't know. Like, I really think that there's going to be a face turn in here. Like, it feels like there has to be a face turn somewhere in here for Cena before he heads out. I think he goes out as as a face. I don't know when it happens. I'm not sure where it happens. I would like to see Brock Lesnar get slotted in at some point. I really would. I think that Brock Lesnar, if you're doing a retirement tour for John Cena, I think Brock Lesnar needs to be a stop on it.
I don't think that's going to happen, though.
I don't think it's going to. I agree.
In a better world, it would have been, but unfortunately, I don't think
he's on tables.
They're not taking the blowback of that. Yeah,
unfortunately.
Blow out the back, you mean?
So I don't.
Bingo.
It's hard for me to envision what happens, because I mean the crowd still is cheering for Cena, even though he's a heel. I don't find much of his heel run so far to be believable. He did that one promo, right? His version of the pipe bomb. Fucking CM Punk on Friday night. CM Punk on Friday night fucking blew me away.
Yeah,
that was well done. That was very well done. I was very happy to see that. I would have liked to seen Punk take the belt here in Saudi. I would have been fine with that, and then let Cena work his way back to give him fucking 18. Why not? Let Seth fuck him over his last night and be done with it. Move on. It's just like right now it's the disappointing thing, is that we know that the end game is he's dropping the title.
Can we get Cena getting fucked over by Seth, and then kind of like Macho Man Warrior, somebody comes out to attack him, and then R-Truth saves him, and then he becomes like the Miss Elizabeth to Cena's Macho Man, and the two of them go out like the end of the year and they win the tag belts together. Some goofy, like, everybody's happy, R-Truth is back, go home, feel good, Cena retires as
the tag team made in heaven.
Shit like that. Yeah, why not? Why the fuck not?
I'm so happy you mentioned that, Tony, because how quickly did that die? Are people still screaming for R-Truth? Are they chanting for him?
Because he's back.
He's back, so nobody gives a shit again. Like I
think they give a shit.
People whined, they got the toy that they wanted to, and then they put it in the fucking corner, and now they're not paying.
They can't give a shit about everything all at once, HK.
No, they go, I want it. Now I have it. I don't give a shit about it. Go fuck it. What about Mr. Iguana? He fell off pretty quick, didn't he? We want him. We want Iguana. That's all we want. Hey, we got his shirt. We don't give a shit about him anymore. He's
now, Brundo. Had HK and I played Fortnite on Sunday, he would have been like, "Who gives a shit?"
Exactly. He wouldn't. His panties wouldn't have been in a bunch.
I'm not wearing any panties
because you washed him in the porta john and got rid of him like a little man.
Just wearing a nut cup because you guys are busting my balls so hard again.
Oh fuck!
It's the fucking truth, man. It's the fucking truth, and not the truth that we.
No,
everyone
dude,
wants.
there's so much.
He's not
There's
doing
so much
shit.
other
He's
stuff
not doing
going
a fucking
on.
thing. He's not doing a fucking thing. Nobody gives a shit.
But there's so much going on at a high level right now, and Damian Priest is actually fucking talking him off the ledge. He's doing stuff. He's just not doing stuff on the scene of fucking Punk Seth Rollins level at the moment.
They got what they
But
wanted.
look, R-Truth belongs somewhere. He just doesn't need to be at the top as long as you fucking want him to be there. He doesn't.
Like I said, he's a bit player.
He can save John Cena from the ass whipping of a lifetime, though, when John Cena fucking loses the title.
Yeah,
Yep.
then everybody's gonna care at that point.
Yes, because now he's
Yes.
a good guy again. Absolutely.
Nah, I ain't give a shit. Gonna read his
You'll
AARP.
see.
magazine.
You'll see, HK.
I'm not gonna see. I'm not gonna see. I'm put my blinders on. I'm not gonna see shit. I don't see anything.
If you're not watching, people, you really need to fucking tune in on the YouTubes. Jesus. Good
I almost
Lord.
removed them. You come
No,
back.
he did it to
"Wait, what
himself
the
last
fuck?" Yeah.
Well, back here if you need me.
All right. The show just got happier.
You have to press the button to be on the show, dude. That's how it works.
All right, I'm back. I just recorded a quick Patreon episode. So
Holy shit, dude. Stop. Run no fucking
Oh,
show.
fuck.
he
All
choked
right.
himself.
You know Double T's going to be so pissed at us.
All right. No, not my buddy Double T. He plays games with me. He's a good friend.
Yeah, but we play games with him. He gets angry.
I will say
Fuck you,
for
God.
Patreon.
Korderas told me fucking shit my pants. Fuck the whole fucking story up.
Oh, there it is. Well, nope, not that one. Double.
Double
Wolf.
wolf. wait, we gotta go to Mr. Day.
Yeah.
Tony, this take is coming from a guy who doesn't know how to tell what color a snake is in his own house. You
Oh,
know what?
gosh.
You know what? He's right. For his fucking kid to know what color a snake was and not you, dude, I gotta call you out on that.
It was in my fucking house.
In my fucking house.
I opened up the door. There it was, and it was there's a little bit of a shadow there. It was black, and then it turns out it was green. It's all right.
HK, if HK knows about black snakes being in his house, that kind of seems right, doesn't it?
It's black
Yeah,
and green.
100%.
My anaconda didn't want none.
You really do live where you should vacation in the backyard, huh? Snakes in the house.
Yeah, it was
You
wild.
got a fire pit in your yard? I know you got a lake back there or a pond. or something, don't you?
No fire pit. Yeah, we got a big ass pond. No fire pit though.
You need a fire pit, dude.
So we thought about putting down out a like a concrete patio off the back end. We got the deck, but we thought about putting down a concrete patio and then just getting one of those, prop them up gimmicks. They've like
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg promoted the shits. You know what I'm talking about.
Put a little couch out there. You and your best gal can snuggle by the fire.
Yeah, me and my number one gal, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you guys come to Jersey or come to Minnesota, you guys can hop in.
Yeah, HK can lean his head on Tony's lap in front of the fire, make up, complain about not playing Fortnite with them. It'll
I'll
be
tell
cute.
him. I still love you. He goes, I know.
I know.
Give his hair a little tussle.
I know. Now stop making your lollipop move.
Tony poked me in the eye.
Little in the ear too.
He sniffs out holes. What can I tell you?
What do you do? What do you do? That's man. Do we want to get into homework here?
Yes, please. 'Cause I
Yeah.
want to throw this fucking bitch under the bus again.
All right. Well,
At least for the first half of it.
Yeah,
let me get the banner up. Double T, you can start doing homework at 1:38:30.
All right, so let me read you what Double T sent us.
I shit
First-
myself in a porter potty and cleaned it. The end.
Here, I took you guys back to April 1st, 1994, which was apropos because I thought this match was a joke when I first started watching it. For the Rock and Roll Express versus the Heavenly Bodies for the Smoky Mountain tag titles. I forget the name of the event, whatever it was. Because there was
Bluegrass ball.
that Blue Class Ball 2. Whatever. Blue
Blue
Ball
Ball Classic too.
There you go. Electric Boogaloo. It was a match I'd never seen, and after reading about it in Way of the Blade, 100 of the greatest bloody matches in wrestling history, I had to watch it. I did, and I loved it. That's why I suggested it. It's classic R&R, and I loved every minute of it. You know what, Brundo? Let's start with you. You seem a little calm at this point. I want to hear your thoughts.
So this match was confusing to me because it felt like in the beginning when the Rock and Roll Express had control, it felt like they were the heels. You know, they're cutting off the ring. They're, you know, throwing them behind the ref's back. They're making fake tags and shit like that. And it was strange because they're, you know, it felt like that's what the Express should be doing, or not the Express, the Heavenly Bodies should be doing to them the whole time.
Doesn't matter. Just call them Jobber Tag Team number 2.
But the fans sure fucking loved them. So, you know, what do I know?
Rock and roll!
Oh my God, every 5 seconds. Yep.
You
So
see,
Buck Zumoff was there for a minute.
you see, Brundo Fly, that's what fans do when they care about what's in the ring.
Yeah, they chant Kyle. Hey, there were 2 Kyles in the ring. They're chanting anyway.
So I love the Heavenly Bodies, 100%. Always will. Big gigolo Jimmy Del Rey guy. I have a little bit of an issue to take up with Double T on this. Could we get some video that has quality to it? Like I want to watch I want to watch a video that I don't feel like on a VHS tape that was in a flood, and I'm putting in a VCR that can't fix the fucking tracking.
I mean, they probably didn't have quality back then. 1994. It's not like Jim Cornette had a big TV, you know, production behind him. He always says like Smoky Mountain was run by him and backed by some money from Rich Ross or somebody like that.
Felt like it was filmed by the fucking jerk off that filmed the curtain call. Like it was that part of it bothered me. All right. With that being said,
Buck Zumoff says, "Hey, I love when kids chant for rock and roll."
Oh, Buck, you get out of here, Buck.
Shame on you.
Yeah, for shame.
No Cheez-Its for you this week, my man.
Nope.
J, pay yourself out.
Yeah.
Get the JPay off. Anyways, take it to the JPay window. So the
you're gonna JPay for that comment. What the fuck are we doing? So Double T's homework.
I fucking right away hate the fact that they have a referee and tags in a cage match. That bothers me every single time. It's a fucking cage match. Why are we making tags? Doesn't make
Bruno and Tito didn't need tags.
It bugs the hell out of me that we have to sneak weapons in behind the referee's back in a cage match. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Like all these, you can have a tag team fucking cage match with no referee inside of the, like, that's what they should do, right? This is a blow off. This is a loser leaves town match. Why is there a referee inside the ring? And that fucking cage, was it wooden chicken wire? What are we doing?
No, I didn't mind the cage. I kind of like the look of the cage. It made it look different. It made it look like it was fucking like just thrown together. That like,
a little shittier.
Well, no, but it gave it that feel like this was like fucking, you know, like you're gonna win or you're done. You know what I mean? Like it kind of, I think it added to it for me.
Tony, it's like when somebody's got a shitty car and they're like, "Oh no, it's got character." No, it's a piece of shit.
I do agree with what Brundo said, though, like the rock and rolls being a little heelish in the beginning, but I get that storyline purposes, because if this is the blow off, like you should be doing what you need to win. That being said, though, there was a fuck ton of stalling at the beginning of this. There was a whole bunch of nonsense where they were just taking their time, jaw-jacking with the crowd, playing to the crowd. If this is fucking kill or be killed, they should have gotten that ring, threw the gear off, and let's fucking tear the house down. That's what they should have done. This match should not have been. When I fucking saw the quality of this, and I knew it was going to be hard cam, and then I saw it was 33 fucking minutes, I said, what the fuck are we doing? what are we doing? I did like that fucking Brian Hildebrand stopped the count at the end, though. I thought that was a pretty neat bit of business.
Yep.
But it was all because, no, he used the racket. He used the racket. No, he should have fucking did it because fuck you. This is my match. I'm calling the match.
It's okay to throw him into a fucking cage, but don't use a tennis racket.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
It's a fucking cage match. That type of shit always gonna bug me, man. It's always gonna bug me. You don't need an official in the ring. It's a fucking cage match. Go through the door over the top and be done.
And Tom Pritchard is like big time busted open before the fucking heels took over.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what they were going for here, but this is pretty fucking stupid storytelling. It really was. It just seemed like shit that didn't fit together. The cage match didn't make sense with all the stories they were trying to tell, with the Rock and Roll Express taking over in the beginning. Like, this should have been a fucking battle of attrition. They should have fucked one of these guys up by throwing him into the cage, throwing him into the corner, and spent a significant amount of time double teaming fucking Ricky Morton. And then every time they would have him dead to rights, Robert Gibson would get back up, try to break it up, and they'd fuck him again. And then they beat the shit out of him and go back to beating up on Ricky Morton again. You know what I'm saying? Give me a fucking story where these guys are fighting for their fucking careers.
And beyond that, the finish itself was anticlimactic as hell. The fucking P-bomb reversal, like that was the finish after all this other bullshit. That's how you finish it.
People did come up for it though. I mean, they were hot for rock and roll the whole time, but
right. But I think, like, to your point, like saying they're hot for rock and roll the entire time, like, why not give them a big finish? You know, why not give the fucking Bodies a big send off, way out finish? And this was how they finished it. That part bugged me. I didn't hate the watch. I did not hate the watch. I could say, you know, I probably enjoyed it, just not as much as I thought I would going in.
Yeah.
We didn't get a, what's his name? Del Rey belly dance or whatever. I was looking forward to that.
I love the Gigolo Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
I do. This hot rock and roll always gives a thank you, Buck. You always give a big finish, huh, buddy?
His asshole.
Who
back here if you need me?
Who was doing commentary for this? I thought the commentary was actually pretty good.
He said his name in the beginning. I can't.
Yeah,
remember.
I know. I was like, but sounded like he knew the story, knew these guys' backgrounds. Like, I had no problems with the commentary. I really thought that he did a good job.
It's Jim Cornette. It's Smoky Mountain. There's no way in hell that you're not going to have a good commentator. Because if you don't, Cornette's going to go nuts and fucking kick you out of the building then. So.
And Cornette was wearing like his spandex outfit, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But why? What for? Like, he didn't like what was the purpose? Did he do something
look
on
it
the
up.
show earlier?
He wrestled a lot on the huge shows. He would have like some kind of match. So maybe
all right, if he had a match on the show, then I get it. But it was just weird, you know, like.
Yeah, and then when at the end of the match, when he started like halfway, climbed up like apron, like to the apron on the outside of the cage, and his fucking legs were all bowed out, and it looked like he was trying to fucking rail the cage. Oh yeah, that made me fucking chuckle. Him and his spandex just fucking dry dog in a cage. Settle down, James.
And this was supposed to be like the 100 bloodiest matches. Like, that's where he found this. Like,
yeah.
And I get it. And I saw Dr. Tom going for the blade when he went down and he was busted open and all this and that. But it's hard to fucking notice any of that when the camera is so bad. But on top of that, this fucking cage match, like, they could have got away with some WWE shit here, because let's be honest, they really didn't use the cage all that much.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe they're afraid of it breaking down.
Yeah.
Either that, or maybe it was something with Kentucky. They weren't allowed to do a whole lot of blade jobbing and shit. Like, I don't know. It was just weird all around, man. It was weird all around.
So Cornette did wrestle earlier in the night. Him and Bruiser Bedlam defeated Bob Armstrong in a handicap match.
God, do you have the card in front of you?
Yeah.
What else was on this?
Oh, that's right. Wait, this was Bruiser Bedlam's debut. I remember they mentioned that on commentary.
Yeah. So Killer Kyle beat Anthony Michaels. Don't know who that is. Lance Storm defeated Steven Dunn. And then right after that, Lance Storm defeated Timothy Well.
Of course.
Tracy Smothers defeated Chris Candido in a ladder match. And the only other match was Dirty White Boy and Dirty White Girl defeat Primetime Brian Lee and Tammy Lynn Finch in a street fight.
Finch?
Yeah,
Oh, Finch.
she was Finch in Smoky Mountain.
Finch? I thought she was
Yeah.
Fitch.
Or maybe Fitch. I don't know. I can't read.
Finch.
In a street fight, you say?
Yes,
The
in a
bird.
street fight.
I would have liked to seen that. That would be a good pick. But he went with this, which is good because I like the bodies. Don't get me wrong. I like the bodies. The bodies are my team, but yeah, this is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how do we all feel about it?
You know what, man? No, thumbs down on this one, dude. Sorry. No.
Mm.
Sorry. Is that too harsh? I don't know. I'm just a lot of the shit I just wasn't feeling from the way they fucking did the rules to the fucking overly drawn out stalling in the beginning to the rock and rolls being in charge. Like I said, it should have been a fucking war of attrition, and we just got a fucking standard match in a cage. We just did.
Brundlefly?
Thumbs in the middle. I didn't hate it. I certainly didn't hate it, but I think I expected more and different. Like Tony said, I was expecting the Rock Roll to come out and just kick their ass for a little bit. Ricky Morton sells for 15 minutes, and then that's that.
Yeah. So you know how much I love the Heavenly Bodies.
Yes.
So but like, so it's like thumbs like crank to 11 for the bodies, right? But then you start working it backwards because you're like, okay, hated the fucking rules. Hated the fucking, like, I hated the fact that they're fucking hiding tennis rackets. Didn't like the camera work. Like, didn't like the finish. You know what I mean? Like, it's, if the Heavenly Bodies are cranked to thumbs at 11, and then you start working all the rest of it back in, I get to like,
Yep.
hear it.
Nah, you're,
you know what I mean?
you're down, bro.
Yeah, that's under.
That's
Yes.
down, bro. Just turn it down.
It's like, you know, it's like 3/4 down. You know what I mean? Because I can't go all the way down because the body.
No, you can. You can. You know what happens when your thumb goes past that point? It's gravity. It just pulls it down.
It's just, you know, and I like the way the bodies work. You know, it's just there was so much working against my love of wrestling in this match. Like there was so much working against it. Yeah. Got me.
Sorry, Double T. That's a nothing burger, and he loved it. He made it sound like it was like the fucking greatest match he ever saw.
Well, and we haven't watched a ton of tag team matches in Homework, but like if you go back to like the cage match that you had us watch, Tony, that was good. Even the fucking the God, what was it? The Shrinkers and the Guns.
The Guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great, like that was, I would rather watch that match again over a Heavenly Bodies Rock and Roll Express cage match, which shocks the shit out of me. You would think, like, just on the whole, if you said you can watch the Shrinkers and the Guns on a Superstars, or you can watch the Bodies and Rock and Roll in a cage, like almost automatically your mind goes, yep, I'm going to watch Bodies, Rock and Roll in a cage. But it not this time. Not this time. Ugh, yikers. Sorry, Double T. Still love you, buddy. I love you. Like playing games with you and stuff. Was it Brundlefly? You doing homework next?
I am. And I'm torn.
Oh boy.
So I'm gonna pull a gimmick. HK, you need some love.
Okay, all right. I like it.
Give me an A or a B.
Give me an A or a B. I'm thinking I'm really gonna smoke that A.
Smoking that A. All right. So we're going to WCW Halloween Havoc, October 25th, 1998. And no, we're not watching Hogan versus Warrior. Don't worry.
Are we watching
Goldberg versus DDP main event?
I thought you said I needed Brundlefly.
Well, this is widely considered the Goldberg's best match. So let's see what he's got. You know, Goldberg's coming back in a couple of weeks. Let's keep it current. I really just wanted to finish you off by the end of this episode.
I'm hoping you do finish me off.
I
Come
just
here.
wanted to finish you off.
Come here. Give me that mouth. What the Brundo fly? What?
I want to keep it current. Goldberg's coming back, so let's. It was either that or you could have picked Goldberg Hogan.
Both options were Goldberg?
Yes, they sure was.
What? Brundo.
Double fucking woof.
Well, we get to watch the match that nobody else did that night. It's WCW.
Oh, that's
went
right,
on
because
the
they went
air.
off the air because of Travis Tritt, didn't they?
They
No,
went
they
off the air. Well, because Hogan and Warrior went like 40 minutes or something like that. Some ridiculous amount of time. And WCW never told the cable company that they're going long. Good
Like
job.
you do.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if you guys heard Hulk Hogan's trying to start up some sort of amateur wrestling show.
It's been around for a while. Remember they did those vignettes. They almost made it like NWO feeling vignettes. American Freestyle, I think is that what it's called?
Yeah, well,
Really?
apparently they booked a 13,000 seat arena, cut it down to 4,000. I think they have 380 tickets distributed. Not sold, distributed.
That's bad.
That's
Yeah.
really fucking bad. Oh, and somebody who signed with WWE is like going to be their big star. Who's the fucking Olympic guy that they let go?
Oh,
Gable
Gable
Stevenson.
Stevenson.
Yeah, Gabe Stevenson. That's it. Or Gabe Stevens, whatever.
Stevenson.
Whatever.
Stevenson.
Good.
And love you too, Tribal Chief.
Mike Peterson's the tribal chief.
Yeah, that's what he's called.
He should be the
Who-
tribal queef.
Who fucking calls him that?
I've called him that. I don't know. Maybe it's a Discord thing.
Don't play into that. Don't play into that from the fly. You're better than that. All right. You're better than
Nah.
that.
Love Mike.
You're better than that, Bruno Fly.
Jersey Cow Jesse. Almost poetic that you offered him the A or the B.
He got the D.
Come finish me off.
He would have got
Get
the
over
B
here.
with either A or B.
Come here and finish me off. Bruno Fly, are you coming to Minnesota?
No, I'm gonna be in Disney like around that same time.
A boo.
So you're
Yeah.
gonna have to finish me off when I'm in Jersey, unless you're gonna.
Oh
go to
yeah.
some-
That's quicker.
You go on some weird retreat.
No, not that weekend. I'll be around.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna expect you to pay me off.
Don't
Eight.
threaten me with a good time.
At least HJ pay me off at minimum. Maybe BJ pay me off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you guys. Do we have a guest in the hopper for next week?
We have your mother's favorite guest next week.
Paul Loria?
No, the return of Kate the Great.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
We got heat.
Who's got heat?
Me and Kate.
You should.
Yeah, we do. Talking down to Diana like that. That shit don't fly. That shit don't fly with me.
By the way, if you haven't seen on the banner, August 25th, HK and Tropic Al will be returning to New Jersey. So we'll be doing a live show once again in Studio A with the four wizards plus the fucking Puka Pimp. The man his nards will be hanging out on the couch behind me.
Fucking the ginger bear's coming to town.
Fuck
Love
yeah,
it.
dude. The clean shaven ginger bear.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna
Whoa.
rub chocolate syrup all over his head and let Brundo lick it off.
Pudding. Brundo's a pudding guy.
Oh, they'll be pudding.
I'd lick anything off Al's head.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got some new Patreon dropping this month as well. Double T and I recorded an episode on what was it? Super Brawl 1.
Oh, that's
If
right.
you-
I got to put that shit out tonight. Fuck. I got
Oh
work to
yeah,
do.
if you ever want to see what a clusterfuck WCW was at that point, oh my goodness, the debuts, the great matches, and then the weird fucking characters. So tune in. It was a blast.
We got another HK and Brundo Fly episode coming out too. It's the heel turn episode.
Oh boy, it was such a fucking blast to record.
Had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a great time.
I'm feeling kind of left out. I feel like I need to put some time aside and fucking actually do a Patreon episode with you guys.
Tony, maybe you could come aboard. Come aboard the old Chronicles one of these times.
Yeah.
I could, but you guys got a good thing going. I don't want to take that away from you guys. Although I'm sure if Double T's got himself a fucking new issue of Inside the Ropes, I wouldn't mind playing some crossword puzzles.
Oh yeah.
It's been a long time
Always a
since
good-
we've done that.
Always
Maybe
a
we
good
could do
time.
a Patreon exclusive version of Can You Beat That? Brundo could put his championship on the line.
Ooh.
Fuck
Damn
yeah,
right.
dude. Fuck
You know,
yeah.
it's been a long time. I was thinking about it. It's been a long time since we did a AWA Ask Wizards Anything too.
Ooh.
We got plenty of new listeners too, so could
Maybe
be a
we
thing
can
for the
even-
Patreon.
Yeah, maybe we
or-
could even do a live on the Patreon and just have everybody join us and ask their questions live.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
It ain't bad.
yeah.
Lots of spoons in the porridge. Lots of dicks in the hopper.
Who's
Lots of
fucking
candy
rapping?
in the bands.
Who's rapping what?
What?
What did you say? Who's rapping?
No, he said dicks in the hopper. I said, who's fucking rabbits?
Other rabbits.
Like Meatwad says, I get it. It ain't making me laugh, but I get it.
Yeah. I put two and two together and figured out that you were pissing me off.
A for effort there, HK.
My favorite was he goes, what is this here? Some kind of gay out? What's it to you, butt nut? You're the butt nut.
Oh,
My favorite line though, screw you, you fat guinea.
there was a period of time where they had Carl on Sunday NFL Countdown.
Oh yeah.
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 He was doing his lock of the week and everything.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad. Great character, man. Great character.
You
I
don't
saw a
need
commercial.
no instructions to know how to rock.
No.
Yeah.
I saw a commercial. They're actually Adult Swim is having, I want to say it's the end of July, a Robot Chicken special. They
Okay.
haven't had an episode
All
of Robot
right.
Chicken in like a decade.
I just watched on my morning strut. I just watched the Star Wars specials again.
They're good. They do a
They're-
great
yeah.
job, Robot Chicken.
There's some
Yeah, they
real
do.
hits in there. Yeah.
Jersey Cow Jesse, best call quote. I got so arrested that night. I think my favorite was when he got fucking stopped. He had an accident and the cop pulled him over. The cop was questioning him about drinking and he had the prostitute in the car. And he goes, "Is she dead?" And Carl goes, "Oh, I hope not."
Too bad the second hour is free then.
Oh, when he's yelling at her, he's going, "What are you saying? I can't. A grown man can't pay a hooker in pennies. Is this not America?"
Oh, fuck.
Rules.
Yeah.
Put this on and shake him, would you, baby? Oh man.
Fellas, anything else?
I think we hit it all tonight.
Fuck yeah, we did. And we
Yeah.
hit the fucking mark. 2 hours. Yes.
All right.
Hey! Ring
Jimmy
the bell! Ring
Jimmy
the bell!
Korderas gave us the
Ring
fucking
the
Iggy, man.
bell!
Yep.
He's like, "You got 2 to go, boys. Let's bring it home."
He was a fucking blast.
Oh, he was awesome. Special
Yeah.
thanks to Jimmy Korderas for joining us. I think Brundo and I are still tied in picks. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yes, we are.
None
You
of
know,
this shit.
I'm just gonna pick with you the whole time, so the two of us win, and we could fuck with HK and Matt next year.
We might as well call it now because they're never going to catch us anyway. The year's half over. Wait, do we have the banner of the picks? Let me put that up real quick. Yeah, so Brundo and I are 79-21. We both went 5-1. Matt also went 5-1. He's 3 back at 76-24. HK bringing up the rear the way he likes it. 71-29. Haven't gone 3-3 at Night of Champions. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if you can't be historically good, you got to be biblically bad.
Can we fucking end? Can we really end picks after this year? Like I don't want to be that guy anymore. But I don't know picks. I don't care.
Tony, you've been saying this for what, 3 years now?
Fucking 10 years, dude. I'm tired of doing this. You know what it's like winning every year? It sucks.
I don't know.
Tom
what that's
Brady
like.
down there.
I don't know what it's like.
Me neither.
Don't forget, follow Wizard Street Team on the social media. Get out there. These gals are doing an amazing job.
Yeah, give the Knob Goblins a follow.
Don't call them knob goblins. Just call them. What'd you call them?
It's a term of endearment.
No, that's what we call it.
SJ likes no bogs.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd
No
run with
bogs.
that. Is she running with that for real? We should think of a cuter nickname for them.
Yeah.
I already did.
Knob gobblers, really, Carl? What do you like your tube steak? Parked in some hood.
Oh fuck.
Tony, I think you got to do the thing, man.
Oh, I gotta fucking put the.
You got to do the thing, man.
I wasn't expecting to end this soon. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not used to this.
Well, we can talk about other shit. Hold on. What else we got here, Brundo Fly?
We got a new IWGP champion.
Well, nobody gives a fuck about that.
There we go.
And with that, yeah, fucking A, dude.
This has been a production of the Shining Wizards Network. For everything Shining Wizards, visit shiningwizards.com. And don't forget to listen to all the great shows of the Shining Wizards Network.
I'm sorry, HK. I would have gave you my badge, but I got other stuff I got to do. We want to thank those who support us. The executive producer, Manny Kratzo. Our producers, Kate Hensler, Matt Garifo, High Five Tom, Ryan Schlong, Al Day, Kathy Hummer, Michael Hammond, Keith Parker, David Henry Bauer III, Scott George, Jesse Elwell, Emily Brock, and I Dunk Biscuits. And thanks to all of you for joining us tonight. We hope you had a good time hanging out. I give it to HK. Anybody got sound bites they want to play?
Horny.
Gotta go? Yeah, fuck this. We're done early. We're leaving. Good night, everyone.